And I always wanted to be the first woman anything. It's the first woman race car driver, first woman president, like whatever I could do to trailblaze the way.
Welcome to the Huddle. My name is Colby Latham, VP of Marketing. I'm here with Alexia Cooper. She is a figure in the solar industry. She has been a trailblazer in the construction and renewable energies since 2020. Nevada's youngest female C2 electrical license holder, and was recognized in the Forbes 30 under 30 for energy. She further honed in her leadership skills by graduating from Oxford's Advanced Management and Leadership Program in 2023. She has a Master Graduate of Rapport Leadership in 2016. She now serves as a trainer helping others reach their full potential, and currently she is in charge of our Las Vegas and Nevada and Texas markets.
So thanks for having me. Super excited to be here. So I got into construction at a really young age. I got straight out of high school, and a friend of a friend invited me to join an HVAC company. And I always wanted to be the first woman anything. It's the first woman race car driver, first woman president, like whatever I could do to trailblaze the way. But in construction, I found that there's so many opportunities for women, yet we avoid the trades, right? So I kind of dove into it, fell in love with construction through HVAC, left the HVAC company because I didn't really believe in the mission of the owners, joined an electrical company. And at that electrical company, I found solar. And I was like, hey, we should be doing this. Because at the time, there was a bunch of Utah companies, Arizona companies, all coming to Vegas. Vegas was becoming the new mecca for solar. And so I was like, let's do this. So I ended up bringing solar into Bell Electrical Systems. 2 years later, went to the owner, was like, hey, I'm not going to make you rich anymore, so I'm either going to buy you out or I'm going to do it myself. He was like over it anyway, so he said, sure, let's plan something. Able to buy him out over the next couple of years, and then I turned around and sold that company. So it was an incredible experience, and I've just loved the solar industry and all the opportunities it provides. And also being like a Vegas local company and providing that to our community was really big for me because I was born and raised there. So Vegas is just like, everything.
When I heard that you're coming to ES Solar, I was like, oh my gosh, we got her. But what made you choose ES Solar?
So the biggest thing, honestly, was seeing Chris and Jeff's relationship, just how the owners were still friends. They still liked each other. I know how hard partnerships can be. So that was one of my number one deciding factors. Two was the battery aspect of it. So knowing that in Vegas, nobody really does batteries. Nobody's figured it out. Nobody knows how amazing it is for homeowners. So knowing that ES can bring that to Vegas, I knew it was going to be huge, especially with how our net metering right now is currently going away. Well, it's in the process of kind of changing. So it's that 75% buyback. It's rumored to go to 50%. Batteries are going to be necessary at the time. So that was my biggest pull towards ES. Plus, I really like the culture here. I like the people, and I was like, I'm ready to be a part of, a massive company that knows what they're doing.
This company has been great because they're business guys first.
Right.
And they treat their people like that, like how they want to be treated. And they're in it for the money, but not.
And I feel like it's very strategic too, because I don't know any solar companies that are expanding right now.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are actually canceling markets because of the crazy atmosphere. So to know that we're a part of a company that's expanding right now is amazing.
I had a solar figure, another one, reach out to me yesterday. How's ES doing? What's going to happen next year? And it was crazy because because he said most companies are locking up or they're slimming down and trying to make other plays. And I said, ES is thriving. Like most people right now in our industry, they're freaking out, but like ES is like, whoa, we're just going. Like nothing's stopping us. We've been through these. Solar should kind of stand on its own. It's big enough too. It's such a cool product. People need it. That whether incentives or not, like I 100% believe we'll still sell solar and a lot of it.
I agree.
Batteries.
I agree.
But what about all these systems that have had solar, all these houses that have had solar forever, and all these companies that shut their doors? Like, what do they do?
So that's super sad, because there's been over 200 companies that have closed their doors in the past couple of years, because that, like I said, it was the mecca of solar, because it was so quick to install, the money was so fast. Now all those companies are gone. These homeowners are kind of left to figure it out themselves. So that's why another reason why I really liked ES Solar and their options for enhanced services, because now we can provide taking over that system, maintaining it, making sure that it's working properly. Because imagine a lot of homeowners aren't educated on that front. Imagine having this $60,000, $50,000 system on your roof that's never worked or hasn't been able to work in a long time, and you're still paying a $300 bill on top of a loan payment. That would be insane. So I'm happy that we're going to be out there to help homeowners, because not a lot of service companies are out there either. Because they're just, a lot of the big solar companies built themselves on installs. Like, that was the whole grab, is more installs, more installs, more installs. But now looking back at it, there was such a big mess created because of that. And I'm happy that we're here to help with the pieces, but I'm sad that the homeowners kind of got left in the dust, you know?
The customers, they don't have any contact with their old solar company. We come in there, we make an upgrade to their system, add a battery, add maybe a few more panels, and monitor their system, and like kind of take over and be the go-to, because ES has been around since 2015, and and if you look at all our reviews and stuff, like our customer service, that's our whole motto in this company is 100% customer satisfaction. That's first. And so we treat our customers like we would want to be treated. And things don't always go right. Like any company. It's a construction job. It still is. They're still going to find stuff that we can't figure out, and we'll diagnose it and figure it out, but we will try to fix it, and we will try to make the customer happy. In Vegas, why would anyone still go solar and add solar or batteries to their home?
I mean, there's so many reasons why. Obviously, in Vegas, it's incredibly hot. So in the summer, people's bills range from anywhere from $500 to $800. So getting solar would help alleviate that. And in addition, it also, the rates from NV Energy are consistently changing. So there's a quarterly meeting that they all go to where they vote when it's going to be time to change those rates again, which is actually happening at the end of this year. So you're at the mercy of the power company until you have the solar system. So with the way our net metering currently works right now, the 70% that the homeowner gets to keep, you're basically in control of that power. So it's nice to know that they're able to almost kind of control their rates and use the power when they can, and then be able to, NV Energy will just take the rest of it from there.
What about backup? Will it back up their house if the power goes out?
No, not unless they have a battery.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if they add a battery with ES.
Right. If they add a battery, then if their home goes out, which has been happening, they'll be able to keep their house running.
Are there rolling blackouts in Vegas?
It's starting to become more frequent. I haven't seen it as ever. I'm born and raised there, so I've never seen it as bad as it is right now.
That's crazy. Okay, so if I was a customer, why would I go with ES versus all the other solar companies that are out there? Because I'm sure there's still a few out there, but why ES?
Yeah, so there's plenty of reasons, but I think the number one reason is the most common way of solar in Vegas was through dealerships. So when you purchase a solar system through a dealer, that's not buying it directly with the solar company. It could be, let's say it's solar sales company 1 is selling for Titan Solar. Now they're the middleman, so there's a lot of broken promises. They're not holding the warranty. A lot of issues happened there, not to mention that they were making 10 times more money than most salespeople do. But with ES Solar, all of the sales are all in-house and vertically integrated. So the system there's a lot more control in the sales process. So a lot more protections to the homeowner. There's also obviously a cap on what they can make, which is huge for the homeowner as well. You know that they're not walking away with a ton of money. And it's at the homeowner's best interest, because these people, our in-house sales team, care and love ES Solar, and they want to make sure that we're giving the best service and that they follow the customer through the entire process, and that if something happens, they're helping get it all taken care of. So I think that's the biggest reason, is making sure that everything is taken care of in-house. Obviously, our installation is all in-house as well. So it's a full vertically integrated
So it's
company.
like going direct.
Correct.
Instead of a sales guy who sells your job to another
Yeah, the best way I like to explain it to people is if you think about your insurance broker. So if you went through an insurance broker, they're not the people who work for Progressive. You went through, I don't know, Joe Schmo, who owned his insurance company. He directed you with Progressive or whoever. State Farm, yeah. And then he found the best rate versus us. It's all in-house. We can control the process more. A lot of homeowners who've come to me after the fact, they're like, solar's a scam, solar's this, solar's that, which I understand why they're saying that is because there was no rules for the salespeople who were out there. They could charge as much as they wanted. They could make as much as they wanted. There was no cap. Now with ES Solar, there is regulation on what we can charge because we want to make sure that it's fair for both parties. Yeah. And I think that's obviously with the customer in mind, keeping their best interest.
Well, and the salesman can't put a price on this, on the proposal. Like it comes from ES Solar.
Exactly.
They look at the engineering that goes into it, the roof, all that stuff, how many panels, they dial it into how many sun hours you want, and the salesman walks in with a number already that they can maybe go up or down just a tiny bit, but that's the price to get it installed. We're not gouging the customer. Salesmen aren't making those crazy commissions that a lot of people think we are, but it's such still such a need product that it's awesome. I love selling solar. I don't know if I could sell it.
Yeah. No, I agree. And in addition to that, we know that ES Solar is going to be around, right? So all these other companies that went out of business the last couple of years, we know that because this model has been proven and it's just like any other construction company out there. So all of the people who have been talking to me, they're like, oh, I'm so upset. I'm going to HVAC. I'm going to roofing, whatever. I'm like, well, don't you understand that that's how their model works too? Like it's a percentage-based model. It's all in-house. It's very different. So yeah, I think that ES Solar's been very innovative in that, and that they were future thinkers, knowing, hey, the industry is going to change, and we're just going to be the first ones to do it. I love that. With the changes in the Big Beautiful Bill, this is the best time to go solar now because at the end of the year, the ITC credit is going to be going away. So,
and what is it right now?
Right now, it's 30%. 30%. So, like, let's say you got a solar system for $100,000, $30,000 would come back as a tax credit, and then that could be applied towards your taxes. When that goes away, the market's going to completely shift and it's going to be completely different. So right now is the best time to go solar.
Yeah. Or add a battery or add panels if you already have solar.
Yeah, because all of those things qualify. So even if you add panels or add a battery, that all qualifies under the ITC.
Awesome. What other products are ES Solar offering in Vegas?
Enhanced services, batteries, panel add-ons, new panels, and services in general. So if we get a lot of customers through our finance partners like GoodLeap, and they'll actually bring us customers who have their system, we call them orphaned systems, and we get to help them get their system back up and running and offer them enhanced services so we can take over their warranties. That's, I would say, one of our biggest markets in Vegas right now, just really focusing on getting the homeowners up and running again. So if your solar company has gone out of business in Las Vegas and you're looking for someone to help service your system, monitor it, or even just make sure it's working, definitely fill out the form on our website at essolar.com. We're happy to come out there, take a look, make sure that we get you up and running. We could even clean your panels and make sure that you're operating at the most production for your panels.